Did you know that Yu-Gi-Oh video games used to have world championships? Not just like the name of the games, but actual world championship events players competed in. The first took place side by side with the physical card game in August of 2003 at Madison Square Garden in New York City.
Ladies and gentlemen, Upper Deck Entertainment and Konami Corporation welcome you to Madison Square Garden for the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2003.
The video game used? Stairway to the Destined Duel for the Game Boy Advance. While games like Forbidden Memories and The Duelist of the Roses were popular, plenty of people, including childhood me, were wanting a game that was a one-to-one direct conversion of the physical card game. The success of Stairway to the Destined Duel would lead to the creation of the World Championship series of video games, and along with it, their own World Championship tournament events. While 2004 and 2005 would have their own GBA games and subsequent events, we're here to talk about World Championship 2006, the last of the World Championship games to be released on the GBA. Preliminary events will be held all over the globe throughout the summer, with the US qualifiers taking place in July at the San Diego Comic-Con. Players would compete for a chance to participate at the World Championship that August in Japan. The preliminary rounds of the World Championship would be standard Swiss, but be best of ones, while Top Cut would be a standard best of 3. In the finals, we'd see Kenji Watanabe of Japan taking down Christian Gilberti of Italy, with Kenji winning in a swift 2-0 victory. So how did he do it, and what made his deck so special? Have you ever wondered where an odd ruling came from? Not just even Yu-Gi-Oh rulings, but like how some places have really strange laws that don't make any sense. See, this ruling here about Venus, and it being the only exception to the fail to find mechanic from old Yu-Gi-Oh, has always confused me. Well, it did until I finally saw Kenji's first place deck. Alright, we're gonna try and go first here. Sick. Okay, we got the best spell, Graceful Charity, that's the most important card. And we got Reasoning too, so we could probably just... Fiend Sanctuary is worthless. Got the Reversal Quiz. So I think we Graceful first, so that if we hit Demock, we could get Graceful back. Off of the Reasoning. Okay, so we don't need 2 Reasonings. We don't need this Fiend Sanctuary. And I don't think we need 2 Reasonings, because Reasoning plus Monster Gate is, like, enough. So now we activate Reasoning. 6. Well, that's not going to help them. That's all of them. That's either one gets us there. Gets us a monster. We're hoping to hit one of the... Okay, there's a burn spell. So if we have Demock... If we hit Demock... The only issue is if... Okay, so we hit Venus. Okay, so this is the important part here. So we're not going to activate it yet. So first we need one of the burn spells. So we have to plan this out to where we can Demock for a burn spell. So we put our life down. Monster Gate. Okay, I think I have it. All right, let's just try this. Okay, so yeah, so it doesn't let you. Yeah, so there's a glitch. So if you do this, and it's like, yeah, you can look at my life on the bottom left. It just keeps going down. So I could just do this over and over and over again. Oh, why did people show up? Like, why was there a tournament for this? This is stupid. Okay, I did figure out a way we can lose. If the only like if Demock is literally the last card in the deck. That's the only way that I think we can lose. So if we do this, we got to go down to 500. So we're at 1,000. So now we're at 500. So now Because we have this card. So now we Monster Gate. And we just rip the Venus. Okay, you can see the cards in deck is in the bottom there. So as long as the last card. Come on, don't be D-Bach. Like don't actually be D-Bach. Oh, my brother in Christ, come on. Don't. You're hurting my heart here. Oh, this is close. Oh, okay, we're good. Oh, okay. Although I guess we could technically Feather the Phoenix, but then we don't have the burn spell, and then we just lose. So now we could use, I guess we'd have to Mallet for the burn spell, so maybe we wouldn't actually lose. So D-Mach gives us, sure, this card. No, we don't need to change anything else. So now, oh, no. Oh, wrong card. For this guy. Yeah, they shuffle it. So this card, you set it, and then you just do this, right? And then all these go away. Pick spell. Crazy. Shuffle my 2 cards, and then this burns, and then you, and then you just win. Oh, that's so awesome. That's so broken. Okay, so like they had to know. Like, so it was one guy. Like he was the only one. It could have been just the one guy, right? That knew. Like he's the only one who knew about the glitch, and that's why they did this. I feel like there's no way that other people knew, because like, why would you show up? Like, why would you? I don't know, man. It just feels like he had to be the only one that knew. Kenji's deck utilized a card called Reversal Quiz, a card that swaps you and your opponent's life points, provided you know what's on top of your deck. And since the deck consisted of 38 spells, we're fairly certain we're going to guess correctly. It also took advantage of a glitch with the Agent of Creation Venus, where you could activate her effect even if there are no mystical shine balls in the deck. Similarly to games like Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! Did have a failure to find mechanic at this time, and I even tested it in the game. So I got Rhoda first card, so I can actually test fail to find, because I didn't put anything in there. So I could just do this. Okay, so I could just... So yeah, you can fail to find, they just didn't add Venus to the exception list. Okay, interesting. But if you remember from earlier, Venus was supposed to be the exception to this rule. But either due to a glitch or simply the OCG possibly having different rulings than the TCG, and it wouldn't be the first time, Venus is allowed to repetitively fire blanks into the abyss as long as you have enough life points to do so. After paying our life points down to 500 or less with Venus, we put down either a black pendant or a Fuma Shuriken and activate Reversal Quiz. Every card we control is then sent to the graveyard, and since we know our top card is a spell card, both players' life points are swapped. After Reversal Quiz resolves, the burn effect of our equip spell kicks in and finishes off our opponent. You may look at the deck and say, well, what happens if they call it correct with reasoning? Fortunately, we have a backup plan with the help of Premature Burial. You can use it to revive either the Venus or D-Mach, and thankfully since we have 3 copies of Spell Reproduction and a Magical Stone Excavation, if we mill Premi off the reasoning, we can easily add it back to our hand. So if our opponent calls 3, we just revive our lone Venus, or if they call 8, we revive the D-Mach, then Monster Gate it into the Venus, and we're off. D-Mach can even grab a missing spell we may have had to discard along the way. This event was brought up to me by a friend, and as soon as I heard about it, I knew I had to start digging. So everyone be sure to thank Aaron in the comments for bringing this fun piece of Yu-Gi-Oh! History to my attention. I'll also be linking the History of Yu-Gi-Oh! Video games website below if anyone else is interested in learning more about some of the other World Championship events. Thanks to all of you for making it to the end of the video. Take care.